Gentlemen, let's talk about relationships. You've met someone special, the sparks are flying, but how do you know if this is the real deal or a recipe for disaster? We all want that love that lasts, a connection that deepens over time. But sometimes we miss the subtle signs, the red flags that tell us we might be headed for heartbreak. In this video, I'm going to share 5 crucial red flags to watch out for in the early stages of dating. These aren't about finding the perfect partner, because none of us are perfect, but about recognizing patterns of behavior that can lead to serious problems down the line. Remember, recognizing these red flags isn't about being cynical or jaded. It's about protecting your heart, your time, and your emotional well-being. So, let's dive in and equip you with the knowledge to make smarter dating decisions. The foundation of any strong relationship is communication. And I don't just mean exchanging pleasantries or talking about your day. I'm talking about real, honest, sometimes difficult conversations. When you're dating someone, pay attention to how they handle disagreements or uncomfortable topics. Do they shut down? Do they avoid having the conversation altogether? This is a major red flag. Why? Because it shows an inability or unwillingness to communicate effectively. Think about it. Every couple faces challenges, big and small, and if you're with someone who clams up or avoids conflict, those issues are never truly resolved. They fester, they grow, and they can poison the entire relationship. On the other hand, when you're with someone who is open to communication, even when it's tough, it creates a level of trust and intimacy that is invaluable. So gentlemen, don't be afraid to have those difficult conversations early on. Express your feelings, share your thoughts, and pay close attention to how your partner responds. It could save you a world of heartache down the line. A little jealousy in a relationship is normal, even healthy. But when jealousy becomes excessive, it's a sign of insecurity and can quickly morph into controlling behavior. How does this red flag manifest itself? It can be subtle, like constantly questioning who you're texting or making snide comments about your female friends. Or it can be more overt, like demanding access to your phone or trying to control who you spend time with. Gentlemen, this is not about love, it's about control. And trust me, a relationship built on control is a relationship destined to crumble. If you're experiencing this kind of jealousy from someone you're dating, it's crucial to set boundaries and have an open and honest conversation about it. Explain how their behavior makes you feel and be clear about your need for trust and respect in the relationship. If they're unwilling to acknowledge the issue or make an effort to change, it's a major red flag that you shouldn't ignore. Chapter 3. Red flag. Number 3. Disrespect is never okay. Here's a simple truth. How someone treats people they don't have to be nice to reveals a lot about their character. It's easy to be kind to those we want to impress, but the real test of character is how we treat those who are in positions of service or who we might never see again. Pay close attention to how your date treats waitstaff, cashiers, or anyone in a service position. These interactions can be very telling. Are they patient and understanding, or do they quickly become irritated and demanding? Are they rude, dismissive, condescending? These behaviors are not just minor flaws, they are significant indicators of deeper issues. If so, consider it a major red flag. Disrespect towards service staff often reflects a sense of entitlement and a lack of empathy. Because if someone is willing to treat strangers with disrespect, it's only a matter of time before that same disrespect is directed at you. It's a pattern of behavior that can escalate and affect all areas of your relationship. I remember dating a woman once who was incredibly charming and sweet to me, but was incredibly rude to a waiter who got her order wrong. Her reaction was disproportionate and unkind. At the time, I brushed it off, thinking it was a one-time thing. I rationalized her behavior, convincing myself that everyone has bad days. But as time went on, I realized that her disrespect wasn't limited to service workers. It was a recurring theme in her interactions with others. It extended to her friends, her family, and eventually, to me. The initial charm faded, revealing a pattern of disrespect and inconsideration. Kindness, gentlemen, is not negotiable. It's a fundamental quality that should be at the core of any relationship. It's a fundamental quality that you should look for in a partner. A kind person will treat everyone with respect, regardless of their role or status. So, if you see someone treating others poorly, don't make excuses for them. Don't ignore these red flags, hoping they will change. Recognize it for the red flag it is, and move on. Your future self will thank you for making the right choice now. Chapter 4. Red flag. Number 4. The negative Nancy. We all have bad days, moments of frustration, or times when we feel down. It's a natural part of life to experience ups and downs. But if you're dating someone who is constantly negative, it can be incredibly draining and toxic for the relationship. This isn't just about having a bad day here and there. I'm talking about the person who always finds the cloud in every silver lining, who complains about everything, and who struggles to find joy in the little things. This kind of negativity can seep into every aspect of your life together, making it hard to enjoy even the simplest moments. Now, it's important to distinguish between someone who is going through a tough time and someone who has a perpetually negative outlook on life. We all need support during challenging times, and it's natural to feel down occasionally. But negativity that permeates every aspect of a person's being can be incredibly difficult to deal with long term. It can feel like a dark cloud hanging over your relationship. Imagine trying to build a happy and fulfilling life with someone who constantly brings you down. It's exhausting, it's demoralizing, and it can chip away at your own sense of optimism and joy. Over time, this constant negativity can erode the foundation of your relationship, making it hard to see a positive future together. It can lead to feelings of resentment, frustration, and even hopelessness. You might start to feel like you're walking on eggshells, trying to avoid triggering another negative outburst. If you notice this red flag in your relationship, it's essential to have an honest conversation about it. Addressing the issue head-on can help you understand where your partner's negativity is coming from. Encourage your partner to explore the root of their negativity and consider seeking professional help if needed. Sometimes underlying issues like stress, anxiety, or depression can contribute to a negative outlook. Therapy or counseling can provide valuable tools and strategies for managing negativity and improving overall mental health. Remember, you deserve to be with someone who adds to your life, not subtracts from it. A healthy relationship should lift you up, not bring you down. Surround yourself with positivity and seek out relationships that bring joy, support, and mutual respect. Life is too short to be weighed down by constant negativity. By addressing the issue and seeking solutions, you can work towards a happier, healthier relationship. And if the negativity persists, it might be time to reevaluate whether this relationship is right for you. Ultimately, your well-being and happiness should be a priority. Don't settle for a relationship that drains you. Seek out the positivity you deserve. Chapter 5, Red Flag. Number 5, the commitment phobe. You're dating someone, you're having a great time, but when it comes to defining the relationship or talking about the future, they shy away. They might be all in for the fun and lighthearted moments, but the minute the conversation turns serious, they retreat. They're evasive, they change the subject, or they give you vague answers. You might find them dodging questions about where things are headed or making jokes to deflect the seriousness of the topic. Gentlemen, this is a classic sign of commitment phobia, and it's a red flag you shouldn't ignore. It's not just about being unsure, it's about a deeper fear of being tied down or losing their freedom. Now, there could be various reasons why someone might be afraid of commitment. Past relationship trauma, fear of vulnerability, or simply not being ready for a serious relationship are just a few possibilities. They might have been hurt before and are now guarding their heart fiercely. Or perhaps they have a fear of vulnerability, worried that opening up might lead to getting hurt again. They might also be at a stage in their life where they prioritize personal goals over a relationship. But regardless of the reason, it's crucial to understand that you can't change someone's timeline or force them into commitment before they're ready. Pushing them might only push them further away. Attempting to do so will only lead to frustration, resentment, and ultimately, heartbreak. It's a tough pill to swallow, but sometimes love isn't enough to overcome deep-seated fears and insecurities. If you're looking for a committed relationship and your partner is sending mixed signals or avoiding the topic altogether, it's time to have a serious conversation. Don't let the fear of confrontation keep you in a state of uncertainty. Express your needs and expectations clearly and listen attentively to their response. It's important to create a safe space where both of you can be honest about your feelings and intentions. If they're unable or unwilling to meet you where you are, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship and consider whether it aligns with your long-term goals. It's better to know sooner rather than later if you're on different paths. If they're unable or unwilling to meet you where you are, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship and consider whether it aligns with your long-term goals. It's better to know sooner rather than later if you're on different paths. It might be time to reevaluate the relationship and consider whether it aligns with your long-term goals. Remember, it's not about forcing someone to change. It's about finding someone whose goals and timelines align with yours. Remember, gentlemen, you deserve a love that's clear, consistent, and committed. A relationship should be a partnership where both parties are on the same page and working towards a common future. Don't settle for anything less. You deserve someone who is as excited about the future as you are. Someone who is willing to take that journey with you, hand in hand. So there you have it, gentlemen, 5 red flags that could save you years of heartache and disappointment. Remember, recognizing these red flags isn't about being cynical or jaded, but about protecting your heart and making smart, informed dating decisions. Love is a beautiful thing, but it's essential to go into it with your eyes wide open and your heart guarded. Pay attention to the signs, trust your gut, and never be afraid to walk away from something that isn't serving you well. Now, I want to hear from you, our viewers. Have you ever noticed these red flags in your relationships before? Share your experiences in the comments, and let's help each other navigate the dating world and find the love we truly deserve.